Greetings, people of the internet. My name is Big Mo, and it is my honor to welcome you to the hardest hitting, full of ranting, most entertaining show in the world. This is the Dave Van Auken Show!
All right, the red light is on. What's up, guys? Man, Thursday, February 27th, East Coast around 9 a.m. I'm recording this. Last night, once again, guys, to me, in this MMA space, the UFC space that we're in, there is nothing bigger right now than when we see, UFC kind of tweets out, post out, Instagram Live, Dana White, coming soon. That's like Christmas for us because we know we're going to get not even just one announcement. It seems like a plethora of announcements will come out of it. 3 big ones, and then we even got a little cherry on top afterwards. So I'm going to break down 4 really cool, great fight announcements that we got last night per Dana White in the UFC. Let's kind of stay right there where we all thought this video was going to come pretty soon with UFC 313. A couple of days ago, we talked about it a lot here on Fight Bananas. Dan Hooker is injured. He's out. Justin Gaethje needed a new co-main event. I loved how Gaethje wanted to stay in the card. Big spot for him. Great, in Las Vegas. I love it. That's what's the date? It's next week. We are around 9 days away of UFC 313. We got Pereira and Ankalaev at the headline. So Gaethje, the most violent man in the sport, to stay in that spot, to me is very important. We heard the names Gamrot and Sarukian. I threw out some Grant Dawson and Ilya. We heard a lot of stuff, but it did feel like Fiziev attacked this right away. We felt like Fiziev fought Justin Gaethje in the past fight of the year of 2023. He had another loss to Gamrot afterwards, but remember, it was an injury. It was a weird little loss there. So it's been a long time. I think it's been around 18 months since we've seen Rafael Fiziev back inside a UFC octagon. So this is the big spot. Like, I love and I respect, and I know it's a big risk / reward. I love when guys skip the line. If Rafael Fiziev, who's not talked about in a main event or for the championship or not talked about in that Oliveira, Sarukian, Ilya thing, there's tiers, right? Fiziev is in, not in those tiers. If Fiziev goes to UFC 313 and defeats Justin Gaethje in the rematch, he skips 7 guys. He skips, Gamrots and Moicanos and Turners and Chandlers and Pimlets. He skips those guys. Beating Gaethje, there's only Oliveira, Ilya, or Makhachev in front. So he will set him up in a big mega fight probably at the end of this year. Talking about that, I don't get shocked a lot on the betting odds. I feel like I have a good grasp on who the bet makers, the odd makers will make favorites and even close on the line. I'm pretty shocked. Justin Gaethje opened up as the betting underdog. It's not a big underdog. It's not like he's plus 200. I got him at plus 115. Fiziev was at minus 140 at the book I saw. I'm pretty shocked. They did fight 18 months ago. Like I said, Gaethje won that fight. I know Gaethje's coming off of 1 loss, but Gaethje, even after the fight, defeated Dustin Poirier. Like, I don't think, to me, it's almost, they fought each other. Gaethje won. They had another fight after that. Gaethje won, Fiziev lost. And then Gaethje had another fight. He lost to Holloway, we know, in, devastating fashion. But when you mess with the top guys in this industry, sooner or later, you will take an L unless you're, Khabib Nurmagomedov and you retire soon, right? GSP took an L. They will all take L's. Maybe John Jones. We'll see. But first big fight announcement, Justin Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev, 2 co-main event UFC 313. I'm going to do them in order of kind of dates. The next one, April 12th, UFC 314. That's the one in Miami. Guys, that card is absolutely stacked. Like, Maybe it's not the greatest main event ever, Volk and Diego Lopez. Maybe it is to you guys. I don't think it's the top 5, top 7 main events of the year, but the rest of the card 2 through 9 on this fight card is going to be probably 1 or 2 throughout the year. There's just so many phenomenal matchups, so many close matchups. I think intriguing matchups, Pimlet and Chandler, Yair and Pitbull. There's a lot of phenomenal matchups on that card, and UFC gives you another one. We talked about it also this whole week. Lord Gene Silva took off UFC Seattle. He was the star of the card. Regardless of what was going to happen in that main event, I still feel like Silva was going to be, just everything with the fighting nerds and the streak and just the aura he had and how he knocked him out. Silva is definitely the highlight of what we just saw. Right off the rip, Bryce Mitchell said, "Hey, I want you." Silva goes, "I want you." It was one of these, like Dana White said, it's like, guys, sometimes it's easy. Sometimes you don't have to negotiate and deal and put dates on and, oh, this guy wants to be here. No, they want to fight each other. UFC 13 was full. UFC 314 had one spot open. He goes, there you go. It's a pay-per-view fight. So crazy. I think that fight will get a ton of buzz. Everything that's going around with Bryce Mitchell, probably negatively. And then everything that's going around with Gene Silva positively. It's like it's like the match. It's like, it's going to steal a lot of thunder that week. And I think a lot of the MMA fans want one way. We want to see a devastated knockout for someone, and we'll let you just have fun with it there. So there's 2. We got Gaethje Fiziev 2, Silva Mitchell, UFC 314. The next one, 2 weeks after that, April 26th, the UFC announced a day or 2 ago, they're going back to Kansas City. Great card. I felt like it was a year and a half ago. Kansas City gets another card, get another fight night. And this is when I think of a fight night main event, this is it. Like, this is a perfect fight night main event. Jamal Hill, Khalil Roundtree Jr., 2 top 5, top 7 light heavyweights. These guys are awesome. They're fun to watch. Exciting fights, knockouts. These guys should be marquee. These guys should be on the headline. These are a perfect fight night main event. They shouldn't be in the apex. And I also think this fight's so good, it shouldn't just be another fight on UFC 315. Like, if they put that fight on this card, you got Bilal in the championship match. You got Valentina on there. You got the Rising Star Morales. Like, this fight, I felt like needed its own card, and it got it. I love it. I think it's a proper and great move by the UFC to put Roundtree Jr. and Jamal Hill on the headline. Alex Pereira's kids, maybe some people say. I don't say that, but some people will say that. But big fight. Because I really do think the winner of this fight goes into a championship fight later this year, or like Jamal Hill and Ankalaev haven't fought yet. So that makes a lot of sense. And we don't know what Alex is going to do. Will he want a rematch? Will he fight someone else? Will he move up to heavyweight? So guys, this is a big fight. Same thing. Roundtree Ankalaev makes a lot of sense. I think no one would bat an eye about Roundtree Alex 2. Maybe Roundtree needs one more. I know Hill's coming off of 2 losses. I don't know if he needs one of the championship. You're in the mix. If you win this fight, you are in that little mix. There's not a ton of light heavyweight champion talent out there. New contenders for Alex if he retains his championship. So a big fight. Winner of this fight, Hill and Roundtree. Big things later on this year. Then the fourth one, the one that kind of went underneath the radar. It was announced right afterwards. We saw all the fight posters. This one didn't get it till later that night, but I'm going to talk about it because I love this matchup. This is one of my favorite matchups of the 4. Couple weeks after that, May 3rd, we all know UFC Iowa. They're going there. RJoing the Savage Robertsons fighting Miranda Rodriguez on that card. We announced that a month ago. The main event, bantamweight fight with Corey Sandhagen and Davison Figueiredo. Love it. I believe this will be the co-main. I don't think it got published that way, but I do believe Cheeto Marlon Vera versus Mario Bautista in the bantamweight division is on that card. Love the fight. Love it. Guys, Bautista, 7 wins in a row. One of the best divisions in the world. You win 7 in a row. Come on now. Big fights in front of Bautista. He just defeated Jose Aldo. He's got Ricky Simone on that resume, who we just saw Simone with a humongous win this past weekend. And guys, Cheeto Marlon Vera, one of the most beloved fighters, I believe, on the whole roster. has 3 out of his last 4 fights with an L, that red stripe on topology. So he needs a win, a big win for Cheeto right here. Those 3 were Sandhagen, split decision. Sugar Sean O'Malley was the champ at the time. And then I think it was Davison Figueiredo. Yeah, that was a great fight, by the way. So big fight. I think it's a perfect match. I think it's a perfect co-main event of a fight night. So a lot there, guys. You know, take our money. Dana White should be doing those. Should be pay-per-views. I'll pay $9.95 to be on those Instagram lives for Dana White. I shouldn't even say that. Maybe they'll literally do that. But nothing. That's just fun. I like how he interacts with fans and stuff on there. It kind of gives the news and just a tidbit of like, you know, hey, this one and this, you know, a little bit of a chatter. So Dana White, the UFC does it again. Like always, Gaethje Fiziev 2, UFC 313. Silva Mitchell, UFC 314. Hill Roundtree Jr., main event of Kansas City, April 26th. And then I think the co-main event, May 3rd, UFC Iowa, Cheeto Vera versus Mario Bautista. Love it. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, love the channel. Comment your favorite fight out of those 4 fight announcements here in the comments. We'll talk to everyone later. We'll see everyone